Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause real recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tight like ties. On the industry advice, I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 545.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff, and that might set the tone for what could be a physical game.
Hey, check that street. Tag!
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. So the completion good for 7 there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Falcons had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go, set.
On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the...
That ultra ground move, riding in the year, not use it. Tighten up, you would lose. I approve. I bet I step and approve. Straight ultra ground makes all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stacking money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stacking money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and be a money white. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted man, her best friend is known around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she likes. She got it done, and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every. In and out of DMs, tryna be a rapper. She won't get the W, I skirt off when I see him. I know it's gonna get worse when I start doing Coliseums. Gonna be, I just call it how I see him. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering. For all my rapper homies, just be careful while you touring. You need a pretty girl, but her intention show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list.
Hey, second phone buzzing, just delete the other number, yeah. Cruising at 103 till I seen them team that went the record. She was peeking out the cover. She said, Gigi, wait, you grew up down the street, my uncles up her brothers. I said, jumping back, and lit. You at? She was just running, Emmitt Smith, running back. She had to make it. Rubbing, I just caught up. Then she got me playing down, painting nails, calling me sound like the head of the way I be chasing. You know she got them brands of the bed. I'm in Miami, so we know the bands of Denzel. I called her door back with a 50, she wanted the. She said, who? About to make me cancel this L. She said, hood is on, but she in a condo that her buddy own. Payment good, if she good is gone, boy, you should've known. Calling me up on 50 phones, foot on knowledge. Never let them keep me on my tippy toes. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list. Hey, wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Linux. That phone for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Deanna, straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M. Now we straight out the sentence. They pay out, I'm finished. Then grade out the Lakers. The bay watch the women. I got go meet your maker. Lord, please don't save them. Minor bumps as I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings. Yeah.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. And what I mean by that is coaching staff putting together a game plan, players executing it. Now both of them are in sync.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. The Falcons had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Ready? Tight. 19 tight. Mustang 19.
Back to throw here. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Now that 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Looking to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Amari Barno getting there to make the stop.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Clark. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it easily move into the top 5.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Let's go now. Let's go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Got it. Ready? Set.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And look looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Inside the 20. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if there's bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there.
And it will be Falcon football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
Robinson up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Lamb's first catch of the game. Good for a 1st down.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy that's first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Coup now for the point after.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Second and 10.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he gets it to Bolden. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
This 2nd and 4.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. Fighting him off. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Down inside the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Troy Anderson. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. Shreds the tackle. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Complete here to the right to Bolden. They can't tackle him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. On play action, they'll throw. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it, and they do so right there.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Breaks through the contact. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Second down and 6 now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 9 now. He finds Bolden. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
19. Let's go now.
They'll drop to throw. It's caught. Left side, Bolden. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Street.
Again, it's Robinson. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 27.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is, and in these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
On the give, here's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
Ready.
In motion right now, Bolden. They'll run with Robinson. And he's able to get it down.
With a bite night. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
She said, baby, what you talking about? This was something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the moment you walking. You rest your hips to the talking. You leaving me no options. Say less. Say less.
Say less.
Stop the moment you walking. You rest your hips to the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less. Say less. Say less.
Say less.
Count me in still up. The broken glass of a bottle makes a jagged rock. Right now I got two shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this. Hello, my name's Jason. And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed.